My mindset was on freedom.
All right.
And my mindset was on the hero, the women, especially the women, Sojourner Truth and Harriet Tubman.
All right.
So I was not going to move that fast.
More than 60 years after Claudette Colvin was arrested in Montgomery, Alabama, the state cleared her name.
To Ms. Colvin and to her family, I'm honored to be here as we try to do our part to correct the record.
Her actions back in March of 1955 were conscientious, not criminal. Inspired, not illegal.
Her crime, refusing to move to the back of a segregated bus. Months later, Rosa Parks would do the same thing in the same city, sparking the Montgomery bus boycott. And while Parks became a part of history, Colvin was largely forgotten until now.
Only your courage and your faith and your dedication brought about the change that was necessary, not only in Montgomery, not only in Alabama, but throughout this nation.
Claudette Colvin was 15 years old on March 2nd, 1955, when she was riding the bus home from school.
I had on a light blue sweater and a dark blue skirt. I'll never forget that.
Buses were segregated, and when a white passenger got on, the driver told Colvin to move to the back.
One of the white passengers said, "Oh, you better get up, you better get up, but you know it's the law." And when I didn't get up, one of the girls in the back of me said, "Well, she ain't got to do nothing but stay black and die."
She refused. Police officers came on board and arrested her.
It was unfair what they was doing. I refused to move. So they really had to unglue me from the seat. I said it felt as though Harriet Tubman hand was pushing me down on one shoulder and Sojourner Truth hand was pushing me down on another.
Rosa Parks was arrested later that year for the same reason, and her arrest, not Claudette Colvin, sparked the Montgomery bus boycott.
They didn't want to use a teenager because who was going to follow a teenager? Dr. King, being the spokesperson for the movement, he had held the people together so long, they didn't want to lose. So they were, in other words, they were running out of time. So they wanted to use Rosa to draw the people in, the adult people in.
And it worked. The year-long boycott got national and then international attention, and so did Martin Luther King Jr. and the Civil Rights Movement.
What happened in 1955 gave a lot of Black people courage to engage in some other movements that made a difference in history.
But Colvin's role faded into the background.
Oh, sure, I was forgotten the day I went back to school. My peers, they all said, "Claudette, you are crazy."
But she did play an important part in the lawsuit that challenged the city's segregated buses. In 1956, Browder versus Gale went all the way to the Supreme Court.
A lot of people think because they saw Rosa sitting on the bus, and they thought the case, just because she got up and refused, that's what ended segregation. No, it was a lot of litigation that went on, took place. A lot, and a lot of attorneys. They don't know Mary Louise Smith Ware, they don't know Susan McDonald, and they don't know Aurelia Browder.
Aurelia Browder, Susie McDonald, Mary Louise Smith, and Claudette Colvin were the four plaintiffs, names most people don't remember. The Supreme Court sided with the lower court's decision. Segregated buses were unconstitutional. The court refused to hear any appeals, and on December 21st, Montgomery buses were integrated. But Colvin's arrest remained on her criminal record. And after 66 years, she wanted her name cleared, and so did the mayor of Montgomery.
I want to just say to Ms. Colvin, thank you for your courage, thank you for your bravery, thank you for your steadfastness, and not only what you did, but what you had to sacrifice.
To Colvin, the fight was worth it, and it's not over yet.
You just have to inspire the people that you know to keep on pushing and keep the struggle going, because it is not over.